Well, here we are right back again. This is Legacy of Leaders. I'm your host, Jamar Suber. And as you know, I talk to amazing CEOs and executives who are making a difference, making it happen. But today, I'm with Scott Schneider, Chief of Duval County Public Schools. Scott, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having
me.
A
lot of people say we're making a difference and we're making it happen. But you actually are. You oversee how many schools?
158.
158 schools. That's making a difference, man. We already know you have the best graduation rate in Duval County school history. But talk to us about how you select the educators.
You know, I think the biggest thing with how we select educators is making sure, first and foremost, they have a passion for kids. Mm-hmm. You know, you have to know what your why is. We had a little bit of chance to talk before this and talking about, you know, what is it that motivates us to do what we do? Because this work is hard. The teachers, the staff, why we're successful is 100% due to those school-based leaders and those people inside those walls every day, because they have to give it their all and to be there and to overcome anything that a child brings in with them, and then teach them curriculum, right? So you got to overcome obstacles first before you can even get to teaching them. So the certification that we look for, yes, it's making sure they're credentialed in the state of Florida, but it's those other pieces, that X factor that you can't teach, and that is the heart for children. That we have to have it. You got to look for it. You got to realize that no, it's not an 8 to 5 job. It's a sun up to sundown job. You know, always thinking about your children and what can you do to help them.
Man, that's amazing. It even makes me reflect back on my school days. I went to all Catholic schools in Pittsburgh. And I don't know if those nuns were selected because of their passion. It was something else, man. So talk to us. So if I'm an educator, I'm a student coming out of college. I apply and I'm selected as a teacher for the Duval County School District. Will I be support? What type of support's there? Teaching's a tough job.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, we want to make sure that we keep our teachers in our county. It's not just to get them here, we want to keep them here. And the only way you can retain teachers, we know, is to make sure they feel valued, they feel heard, and they are seen. And so we try to make sure that our leaders in our buildings understand the importance of our educators. And then we also, due to the fact that we're such a large school district, the great thing about being in a large school district is that you can work in whatever type of school you feel yourself to be. You know, sometimes you come out of college and you're like, you know, I really want to go make a difference, and you don't know what type of environment you want to be in. Some people want to be in inner city. Some people want to be more, you know, in the gifted and talented area. Some people want to go into the career technical education. Well, like we like to say in Duval County, we have that. And so we really have the gamut on where our teachers can go and where they can flourish and they can be supported by our leaders in our buildings, but also we have through our teacher support programs and to help them get the professional development they need. We try to make sure we focus on that as well.
Wow, that's amazing. So valued, heard, and seen. So I love the value portion, and you said teacher support. Talk to us about that teacher support programming that you have there.
So through all of our schools, we have common planning processes. And so once a week in middle and high school, and then once every 2 weeks in elementary schools, our teachers get a chance to come together with colleagues to plan lessons. But those lessons, you know, in the past, when I started teaching a long time ago, you'd come in, here's your book, you had to write your lessons. Well, you know, our academic services team has done an outstanding job. They have developed resources and a curriculum to be the guiding factor. So as a brand new teacher, you don't have to worry about starting from scratch. You have a playbook, for instance, that you can utilize, and then you can get a chance to make it your own by working with your colleagues. And some of them are more experienced than you might be, and so they can talk to you about understanding what some of the misconceptions might be before you even teach the lesson, so you're better prepared walking in the door. And then in addition to that, those colleagues also help you with dealing with those other things that you weren't taught in school, such as, you know, some children come to us, they had a bad morning, what do? You have, you know, children that, you know, perhaps aren't as well off, so if they don't have the resources, where can you go to get those resources? And we pride ourselves in Duval to be able to provide for our children, whether that's breakfast, lunch, dinner in some situations, or whether that's just materials, or whether it's you're the first welcoming smile they see and the first time they hear, I care about you and I believe in you. And sometimes that's what we are. Sometimes we're the face that is that for them every day.
Scott, that's outstanding, man. And as I go ahead and close out, I just want to say thank you for truly making a difference, you and your staff, because I know you aren't doing it alone.
No, sir.
But we thank you. We thank you for what you're doing here in Duval County. I have school-age children. They go to public school. So thank you for what you're doing, man. We really appreciate it. Thank you for coming on to the show. If you want to learn more about Scott Schneider in the Duval County School District, please log on to dailynewsnetwork.com. I'm your host, Jamar Suber, and you just watched Legacy of Leaders.